Now let's learn 8086-8254 interfacing. That means how to connect 8086 microprocessor to 8254 programmable interval timer. Remember 8254 is programmable interval timer. It is used to generate time delays. As I said, whenever we use any interfacing ICs, on the left hand side we connect processor and on the right hand side we connect devices. Whether it is 82554 or whether it is 8255, any interfacing IC, left hand side is for processor and right hand side is for devices. Okay, so this is 8086. 8086, we know that it operates in two modes, that is minimum mode and maximum mode. That means when there is only one 8086 operate in the system, we say that it is operating in minimum mode, and when there are multiple processors, it is in maximum mode. Now here we will see the interfacing between 8254 and 8086 when 8086 operates in minimum mode. Okay, so I will give you a brief of minimum mode. We have already studied it in detail, but still just see it is 8086. On the left hand side, there are three inputs, that is ready, clock and reset. Here we apply 8284 clock generator IC. At clock generator IC, there are two inputs, that is X1 and X2. At these IC, we know that here we apply a clock pulse, clock cycle signal. Suppose frequency of this is 15 megahertz, then 8284 divides this frequency by 3 and we get 5 megahertz at the output that we can connect to the clock of 8086. Suppose we want to apply 10 megahertz to the 8086, then this frequency should be 30. We connect radio of 8284 to radio of 8086 and we connect reset of 8284 to reset of 8086. Now on the right hand side, we connect octal latch. 8282 is used for latching the address. We know that in 8086, AD0 to AD15 is address data multiplexed bus. In the beginning, we use this bus wires to carry address, and later we use the same bus to carry data. And hence the address should be saved somewhere, and that is the reason we use here 8282 octal latch. One latch holds only 8 bit of information, and that's why the size of address is 20 bit, and hence we use here three ICs. Here it is given AD0 to AD15 and there is pure address bus A16 to A19 which is connected to octal latch. Address latch enable this of 8086 is connected to strobe input of octal latch. And these two pins, A1 pin and A2 pin. Now you know that there are three counters in 8254, that is counter 0, counter 1 and counter 2. There are two input pins A0 and A1. When both are 0, 0, it selects counter 0. For 0, 1, it selects counter 1. For 1, 1, for 1, 0, it selects counter 2. And if these are 1, 1, it selects control word register. These two inputs of 8254 are connected to A1 and A2 address pins of 8086 through octal latch. Now here we connect 8286. We are studying about minimum mode connections. 8286 is a bus transceiver IC which decides the direction of data flow. These are only buffers. This is connected to the data bus of 8086. And this data bus of 8086 through 8286 is connected to 8254. 8254 has data bus buffer in which there is 8-bit data bus D0 to D7 which is connected to the data bus of 8086 through 8286. This DEN bar, data enable bar of 8086 is connected to the output enable bar of 8286 bus transceiver, and data transmit slash receive bar of 8086 is connected to the transmit input of 8286. We know that this data transmit slash receive bar decides the direction of data flow. When 8086 wants to write into the 8254, that means suppose 8086 wants to write control word in the control word register, or 8086 wants to write count into the counter, that time 8086 should transfer logic 1 on this pin. But when 8086 wants to read the count from the counter, then it is a receive operation, and at that time it should be at logic 0. Here we will understand how it behaves in case of read operation. Read operation means suppose 8086 wants to read the count from the counter. Now there are three more inputs, that is memory slash IO bar, write bar and read bar. Here in minimum mode we connect 3:8 decoder, and according to these status, now here you can see memory is active high and input output bar is active low. 8254 is input output device. Since it is input output device, it should, if we want to connect 8254, this particular, this should transmit 0 and not 1. So this 1 is, we use this one only when we connect here memory to 8086. Now since this is IO device, it should be at logic 0. Now we are studying read operation. When it is a read operation, read bar should be 0 and write bar should be 1. When 8086 wants to write something, then read bar should be 1 and write bar should be 0. At a time either read is 0 or write is 0. Both cannot be 1 at a time. Okay. So based on the status of these three pins, you can see here memory slash IO bar, write bar and read bar. It generates different signals: memory read, memory write, input output read and input output write. So this input output write is connected to the write bar pin of 8254. 8254 has this pin, write bar, and input output read, which is the output of 3:8 decoder, is connected to the read bar pin of 8254. Now let's see how what happens in minimum mode. In minimum mode, the address will flow on this bus. This 2006 address is taken just as a sample address. This address may be different. Okay, and ALA transmit this pulse to the strobe like this. So as soon as this octal latch receives this pulse, it will latch this address on the address bus in the latch like this. And after that it will transmit logic 0 on this pin. Why logic 0? Because we are talking about read operation. So for read operation it is logic 0. Then DEN bar will transmit logic 0 on this pin to enable the buffers, this trans receiver, to enable this trans receiver. Since we are studying the read write read operation, input output read operation, you can see here this logic 0 on this pin, IO or pin. It will flow like this. Now let's understand this connection in more detail. So whatever I have explained here, this complete diagram, you can see this side, this complete side. This is same what we draw in 8086 operates in minimum mode. The explanation is exactly same. The right hand side, how are the connections? See, here I have shown in more detail. A1 address pin of 8086 is connected to the A0 pin of 8254, and A2 address pin of 8086 is connected to the A1 pin of 8254. This is counter 0, counter 1 and counter 2. In counter 0 there are two inputs, clock and gate, and every counter has two inputs and one output. At clock input you have to apply square wave, and at the gate input you have to apply pulse, or you can give it logic 1 continuously based on in which mode we want to use 8254. Now here you can see the same connections, 3:8 decoder. Here input output read and this input output write is connected to the read bar and write bar of 8254. The data bus D0 to D7 is connected to data bus of 8254. Now here if multiple 8254 are available in the system, and if 8086 wants to communicate with one particular 8254, the CS bar should be 0. which is chip select bar pin. Now you can see here A0 address pin, whose address 8086. A0 address pin is connected at the input of this OR gate. Here again, as I said, logic may be different. It is not necessary that the logic will be same for every diagram, for every design. Here you can use 3:8 decoder, or you can use any logic gates for developing the decoder logic. This logic you have to develop just to select this 8254, so that here it transmits logic 0. We want logic 0 ultimately here. And at the input you have to connect address bus lines, so that you can generate addresses for these counters. So you can see that here A0 input, that means A0 address pin of 8086 is here. So since we need 0 at the output of this OR gate, this A0 should be 0. Now A1 and A2 of 8086, A1 and A2 is connected to A0 and A1, and as I said, if both are 0, 0, it will select counter 0. If it is 0, 1, it will select counter 1. For 1, 0, counter 2. And for 1, 1, it will select control word register. Now, remaining pins are connected at the input of decoder IC. Now, since we have connected Y4 output to the input of OR gate, and we want here 0, so that OR gate output is 0, here A5, A6 and A7 should be 100, which is equivalent to 4. Because unless this is 100, the Y4 will not give 0. 3:8 decoder, the outputs are active low. In 3:8 decoder, outputs are active low. Let's assume that in place of Y4, if here we make a connection of Y0, then in that case, A5, A6 and A7 should be 0, 0, 0. In this case, here if we make a connection of Y7 to the OR gate, then A5, A6 and A7 should be 1, 1 and 1, like this. So what happens, the address, so this logic will be different. It depends what you are connecting and how you want to develop a logic. So what happens, the addresses will be like this and data will flow like this. Suppose 0, 0 is flowing on this, so it will select counter 0. Then 1, 0, 0 and all these bits are 0, 0. So Y4 is 0 and A0 is 0. So both the inputs of OR gate are 0. So what happens? See, both inputs of OR gate are 0. So output is 0. So chip select bar will be 0 and it will select 8254. So since these two pins are 0, 0, it will select counter 0. Now let's assume that this is 0, 1, 0. It is a read operation. Since it is read operation, it is 0, 1, 0 and it will transmit logic 0 to 8254. Now suppose it is a write operation. Suppose 8086 wants to write this 0, 3 to the counter 0. In that case, the write bar should be 0 and read bar should be 1. And in place of IO read, it will transmit logic 0 on this pin. So after sending logic 0 in write operation, what will happen? It will transfer this count 3 in the counter. Now suppose 3 is the counter and at the clock we have applied this clock cycle. Now let's assume that it is operating in mode 0 and gate is at logic 1. Now after we transfer first clock cycle, the counter will decrement by 1 and it will become 2 because our count was 3. Count may be anything. Now after it transfer next clock cycle like this, again count will decrement by 1 and it will become 1. After it transfers third clock cycle, it will become 0, 0. And then at the output, we will get a particular waveform based on in which mode we are using 8086. If we are using 8086 in mode 0, we will get waveform something like this. So if it is a rate generator, it will give for 2 clock pulses, it will be 1, and for 1, it will be 0. If we are using as a square wave generator, and if our count is 3, so for 2, it will be 1, and for 1, it will be 0, and so on. So we will get different types of waveform at the out based on in which mode we are using. So I hope you understood how is the interfacing between 8086 and 8254. Do you have any questions to ask? Have you understood?
Yes, ma'am.